BYD's launched their £18,000 Dolphin Surf in the UK, and they're dead set on toppling Tesla as the king of electric cars. Sounds like a cracking deal, doesn't it? But is this budget EV a proper gem, or just another flash-in-the-pan rival that'll fizzle out against Tesla's brilliance? I'm diving into the facts, the fluff, and some dodgy BYD tactics that'll raise some eyebrows. I'm Will, this is the Tesla Jigsaw, let's get into it. This article taken from The Guardian, written by Jasper Jolly. Cool name. BYD launches cheapest UK model in bid to overtake Tesla as biggest electric car maker. Dolphin Surf will start at £18,650, among the cheapest new vehicles on sale in Britain. The Chinese manufacturer BYD has launched its cheapest model in the UK in the latest stage of its efforts to overtake Tesla as the world's biggest electric car maker. The Dolphin Surf will start at £18,650, a price that puts it alongside the cheapest new vehicles on sale in Britain. BYD is vying with American rival Tesla, run by Elon Musk, for the crown of the world's biggest battery car maker, although BYD already beats Tesla when including figures for hybrid cars which combine a battery with a petrol engine. The hybrid engine, a clunky mashup of battery, motor and fuel-burning engine, is the worst of both worlds, complex, heavy and a costly maintenance nightmare. A decade ago, they were a stepping stone to full electric vehicles, but with UK EVs now averaging 300 plus miles of range, hybrids are just a crutch to keep drivers tethered to fuel and repair bills. Claiming BYD beats Tesla by counting hybrids is like saying that Tesla wins if you count all of their cars and unsold dreams of Cybertrucks, Roadsters and right-hand drive Model S and X's. Neither hybrids nor dreams should be counted. The Chinese car maker registered more pure electric cars than Tesla in Europe for the first time in April. Tesla just about remained the biggest seller of EVs globally in 2024. Tesla has since been hit by a backlash over Musk's role in Donald Trump's administration. Registrations for new Teslas in Europe halved in April compared with the same month a year earlier. Musk remains the world's richest man with more than $400 billion, according to Forbes. What's that got to do with anything? But there it is, sneering at Elon Musk's wealth again, a cheap shot that dismisses his relentless work to advance humanity through innovation, unfairly framing his success as a flaw rather than a byproduct of his contributions. Such remarks often subtly stoke resentment towards the wealthy. It quietly pushes people to blame the rich for others' money problems instead of fixing bigger issues. Also, just ignore the fact that Musk hasn't been paid a penny as Tesla's CEO for 7 years, in thanks to a corrupt activist judge in Delaware. I feel myself digressing. Back on track, Will. As for registrations for new Teslas in Europe halved in April compared with the same month a year earlier, we know the Model Y changeover affected production and sales. We also continue to see Tesla sales rise in many countries now. Australia, Norway, Singapore, the UK even. This chart from Roland Percher on X, the red line, suffering here from a tragic case of no Model Y supply, starts to grow totally out of the blue for some crazy reason once deliveries began in May. But these are all the high-end, expensive Model Ys. We've not even seen the more affordable rear-wheel drive deliveries yet. Let's judge Tesla sales once Q2 is over. I've got a feeling some people are going to be in for a big surprise. Electric cars are already much cheaper to own than their petrol equivalents for most people. Those that can charge at home, that is, rather than be robbed at EV chargers such as this one that I was last week. 80 pence per kilowatt hour. I pay less than 6p per kilowatt hour for the same electricity on an overnight tariff from Octopus Energy. That's £3 to fill my electron tank at home, or £40 to fill it here. Outrageously unfair, especially for those who want an EV but can't charge at home. Something has to change. I'm digressing again, aren't I? But if you want to join Octopus Energy, probably the world's best energy provider, there's a link in the description where we can split £100. I thank you. But the arrival of smaller models with a comparable sticker price to fossil fuel cars is seen as important in persuading lower income buyers. Analysts suggest that BYD has a lot of room to cut the price of the Dolphin Surf further. The company sells a near identical model under the Seagull name in China for about £6,000, although Chinese safety regulations are significantly less onerous. It makes you wonder why the Chinese automakers don't care so much about vehicle safety. The only conclusion I can come up with is that they prioritise affordability over people's lives. Is that really fair? Share your view in the comments below. The company's European growth has come despite the EU imposing 17.4% tariffs on BYD on the grounds of allegedly unfair state aid from China. In contrast, the UK has not added tariffs on Chinese electric cars and has therefore been the biggest target market for Chinese brands. BYD sells through a network of dealerships across Britain. Ugh, car dealerships. I don't miss them. The UK accounted for 30% of all Chinese electric models sold in Europe in March, according to Matthias Schmidt, an electric vehicle analyst, with brands like Xpeng, Leapmotor and JQ owned by state-controlled Chery also trying to win market share. Schmidt has cautioned against writing off European car makers which already have several smaller cars on sale, and more on the way. The cheapest electric car on sale in the UK is the Dacia Spring, which costs £14,995, although its official range is only 140 miles. Now, I reviewed the Dacia Spring. It was very not entirely awful. Click the card in the corner or I'll line it up later to play next. The Citroën EC3 starts at just over £18,000, while Renault's well-received 5 model starts at just under £23,000. I love the look of this. Stylish electric hot hatch. Yes, please. Got to put me a test drive, I suppose. Could this finally be the first EV to tempt me away from Tesla? Doubtful, but it looks fun, doesn't it? The Dolphin Surf has an official range of up to 137 miles, but also has some features that are generally found on more expensive models, such as a rotating touchscreen and driver assistance functions like intelligent cruise control and automatic emergency braking. Well, aside from the fact that automatic emergency braking, which is AEB, is a legal requirement in the EU for new vehicles, I'm not at all convinced that a rotating screen is a luxury feature, just an unnecessary weird one, no matter how wonky they appear sometimes in BYDs. Yeah, don't look too closely. BYD has taken a deliberate decision to offer much of the same technology on lower-end models as are found in its premium vehicles in an effort to drive down the cost of sensors and software while maintaining its lead over rivals. The Surf uses BYD's Blade battery, which relies on lithium iron phosphate for its cathode. LFP batteries are made from cheaper materials than lithium batteries that use more expensive nickel, manganese and cobalt (NMC), although offer better performance such as longer range. LFP batteries are approximately 20 to 30% cheaper to produce due to these material cost advantages and the absence of cobalt, which is both costly and supply constrained. Back in 2022, Tesla reported that nearly half of its vehicles produced were equipped with LFP batteries, used in both the rear-wheel drive Model 3 and Model Y vehicles. Those model variants also make the majority of deliveries today. It's reasonable to estimate that 60 to 70% of Tesla vehicles built today have LFP batteries. While car makers in Europe have until now mostly focused on NMC batteries to help assuage range anxiety amongst early adopters, LFP batteries have proved to be hugely popular among Chinese buyers looking for cheaper upfront cost. More than 80% of electric cars sold in China in 2024 used LFP batteries, according to data cited by Kallanish Commodities, an industry news provider. BYD's main Chinese battery rival, contemporary Amperex Technology Co. Limited, CATL, that's what it stands for, has also invested heavily in LFP technology in the race to dominate the global electric vehicle industry. Both companies are also competing to offer full recharging in minutes. Electric vehicles and battery tech are still in their early stages. That doesn't mean they aren't already brilliant. Honestly, I think they're leagues ahead of internal combustion engines, but it's exciting to imagine just how much better they'll get as the technology evolves. Subscribe to my channel and we'll discover that together. But to wrap up, let's talk BYD's profitability or lack thereof. Despite their low prices, BYD's margins are razor thin, especially in China's cutthroat market. They're raising prices in Europe, like the Dolphin Surf, 18 grand here but just 6 grand in China, to squeeze out profits. But that's a risky game with EU tariffs and sceptical buyers. Worse still, recent claims on X and industry reports expose a dirty secret. BYD and other Chinese automakers are selling cars to dealerships only for thousands to be piled up unsold, clogging supply chains and inflating sales figures. This isn't sustainable. BYD is playing a dangerous game while Tesla keeps pushing forward with its direct-to-customer sales. What do you think? Can BYD's cheap EVs steal the crown, or are they just stacking problems for later? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Here's 2 lovely videos for you to choose from next. I'm Will, this is the Tesla Jigsaw. Thank you, patrons. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.